2. Hey folks, we're live. How's it going all? It's Wednesday. We made it to Wednesday. Time for some Blender fun. Let's check messages quickly. Best viewers on Streambo. How's it going, Jeffrey? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Running a little bit late today, but we're here. One of those days, you're going to be fast with your band. Yeah. It helps that you got all the icons before your name, though. I've actually got that VIP diamond on Twitch and on Mix It Up Bots. You've also got the Twitch icon, which I suppose the bots would have as well, and you've also got your actual your profile picture. So you stand out a little bit. You stand out. So hopefully I won't be quick to jump. Of course, I do see the thing when no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna play some Black Cat jazz as usual. There we go. Get those guys going. Right, let's switch over to Blender. I recall last time I was doing something like this, I was trying to get the armature connected up properly. I think it was the weight painting I was looking at, wasn't it? So we go pose. See, it spins the bone, but not the actual item. I think it's armature. And go weight paint. So it's got 100% weight on it. I think everything is bone groups. I think it's bone groups, isn't it? What's the armature? Bone group. So what was it form? I have to do a quick look up on attaching stuff again. So ideally I just want this part of the object to be linked. Don't know if I've done this whole thing wrong here. So I want the I.R bone to connect to the I.R object. Let's do a quick look up. Easy tutorial, that's what we like. Skip to the bit where they finish making the bones. Oh yeah, so it's that's then that, and then right click. Right click. No, it's not. Shift P. Okay, there we go. Automatic weights. Weight symmetrically along the x-axis for envelope. Hope to release new project this Friday. Oh, nice. Ah, there we go. Have to make sure it's on the right positioning. Just demo, not full album. That's cool. Still looking forward to checking it out. So in some ways it doesn't matter if it's not completely even because it's a rock. Okay, let's show the body. Ah. Yeah. I like it's affecting the eyeball. That's a good start, but oh, that's a little bit skewy. Not quite what I'm after. Yeah, so eyeball's good. Rest of it not so much. So let's go back into. Since it needs to have a 90s black metal demo feel, I'm not making art but using a black and white picture of my backyard. Nice, very authentic. Let's go weight painting. Oh, nice. That's very artistic. So before release we'll have real art. Cool. I like it. And having the snow on the trees really adds to the black and white effect. I think that is fine there. So pose. Logo is actually kind of readable for a change. It is. Yeah, it's still deforming that area. As funny as that might be, it's not quite what I'm going for. That's closer. So a quick look how this video goes from, it's mainly kind of weight painting I want to adjust. So having automatic weight is fine if it makes an educated guess and gets it right. Let's come out of that video. So let's look specifically for weight painting. Okay, so you can use it as a draw tool. But I'm really not satisfied next Friday, but not later, otherwise I'll never finish. You set deadlines, yeah. It's important to set deadlines. Like if I had set myself a deadline with any of these game dev projects and said, well, if I set a deadline and I stuck to it, then I would have probably released something probably not as good, but I would have released something. But I am learning at the same time rather than go, well, I know what I'm doing, I'm just going to create something. It's more like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to try and create something and not quite achieving it. Okay. I think I'm understanding. So you shift click the bone, and you use a way of selecting the bones to say, okay, what which bones are we working with right here? So if I shift click that bone, My internet froze after that message. Don't know what you had to say about it. About deadlines. Setting yourself deadlines as a creative person is definitely good. Guarantees you finish stuff. But you have to stick to the deadlines. I've given myself arbitrary deadlines, but not stuck to them. So yeah, I need to. I think once I'm confident with my skill, and I can just do things, then I can set deadlines and try and keep to them. But I'm trying to learn the skill at the same time as black metal in a weird way is my most difficult genre to make since it's my main and how I started and the closest to one. All other projects are like, I like riff, let's release it. Or like beats, go wob wob, let's release. But on black metal releases I tend to keep work and change for no reason. Yeah, I can understand that. It's when something means a lot to you, you don't ever feel it's perfect. If something doesn't, if you don't particularly care for it, like as you say, you're having like a nice riff or a good beat, you go, cool, sounds nice, ship it. We go, no, this hasn't quite cooked enough yet, I need to add a bit more to it. And the problem I know with music is you can over produce a music track to the point where it's kind of becomes lesser. I suppose that can apply to a lot of things. Like if you're painting a picture with actual paint, the more paint you put on that picture, the more you risk making it not as good. Speaking of things I just barf out as experiments, did you know we never listened to the 5 December Climax out on stream together? All of us we have. Yeah. Does seem to be the case. I can probably put that on. Yeah, I just want to work out what I've done here. Only if the mood. If you're for jazz, of course. Yeah, I work this bit out, and then once this bit's done, I'll probably put that on. No, have I broken it for what I've done here? I might have done. Yeah, because both eyes move at the same time now. Which, yeah, I don't know. If you make them brown, they look like Bitterball and a Dutch Esky. Could do. I could make a Bitterball and variation, couldn't I? So one of the rock variations could be a Bitterball. And this goes splat when you hit it. Oh, so today equals more snow. Oh no. Yeah, today for the UK, at least in my area, equals a lot less snow, as in we had no snow. There's maybe a little bit of snow on Friday. Whee, not quite what I was after. Okay, at least it's not moving the main rock, but I don't want the eyes to be linked necessarily. Because maybe I want the eyes to move around. I could link them later on, but I'd like it to be alright. Almost up to my knees, wow. Yeah, that is pretty high. In most creatures, like chameleons' eyes are linked. True. Yeah, if you look down, you look down, you look up, look right, look left. This is true. Well, Lisa has a friend that is so quick that eye, she looks like a chameleon. Oh wow. That's unfortunate. That's not a nub now. Yeah, the thing of these being linked, I suppose if I go back to here again. If I want to rotate to the left, they do this. And eyes don't do that. So it's only useful being linked if they're rolling. But to kind of turn, it's not very useful. So this one bone is controlling both eyes, which I don't want. I think it's object, then no. How many creatures do you want for your game? Ooh, quite a few. It's going to take me a while to get to them. Quite a few. So my great-grandchildren will be able to watch the streams, yes. I'm hoping once I get good at making one creature, all the other creatures will be pretty easy. Plus, there's going to be multiple variations of this rock, so once I made one rock, I can copy paste it. They can use Ouija board to tell me what the game's about. I don't believe in Ouija. Yeah, that's why some games are in development for years. I'm hoping to learn a good speedy workflow. Pose modes. Now hopefully I've unlinked them. Kind of. Well, I've unlinked the eyes, but the body's still kind of attached somehow. What about that one? That's only the body. Right. Does AI for 3D assets exist? For pictures and videos, I see it daily on Insta, of course. 3D assets I've yet to see, but I'll say sure be possible. It's kind of. It's not great. I've seen attempts at it, and you have to spend time fixing it. Like, it might be okay to give you like a head start, but then you'd have to go back and fix it all. I did see a video pop up on YouTube I didn't watch, of a guy saying, "Are we there yet with can AI replace 3D modeling yet?" I didn't actually watch it. I did consider watching it because I thought, okay, if I can at least get AI to make me the start of what I need, and then I'll just go in and change it. But yeah, from what I've seen so far, AI attempts at 3D modelling is a bit sort of... It is not without issues, put it that way. So 3D modelling at the moment still requires a human, at least to check it. Yeah, AI sometimes gives you more to fix than it would be to make it from scratch. I actually had it yesterday. Asked ChatGPT to transcribe one of those songs I wrote into sheet music, and it made so many mistakes. Fixing was more work than I would have done from the start, which is what I will be doing from now on for others. It defeats the purpose. It's didn't want to do it as not as a skill, but speed up. Yeah, but the whole point of AI is to speed you up your process. Like certain tools, like in Blender, would have tools and plugins which you could probably count as like AI tools, where you can say, okay, click a button, and it will just go through and change a load of things for you, like basic stuff, not like a one-purpose tool which kind of does one job by an algorithm, rather than just kind of asking it to do something and it will do a number of things. So things like Photoshop and Blender have kind of manipulation tools which have got computer algorithms built into them anyway, which helps speed up the process. Of course, it's learning those tools. One of the tools that speeds up human shape, like if this was human shape, this would be a lot quicker, because there's tools built for human shapes. Like you just bring up the menu and go, well, this is a human, give it human bones, attach those human bones to human limbs, and you have a working model. Like Blender's set up with that built in. It doesn't have something set up for bespoke creatures. Sorry I'm late, lost track of time. Hey Lisa, no problem at all. I sell emotes, you sell the best emotes. But yeah, there's tools in place for common used things. That's when you go off the beaten track it becomes an issue. There's all those awesome emotes. I can do automatic weights, which I did, and it automatically try and calculate where I want it to change, and then they go, actually no, that's mostly there but not quite right. So if I select that and then select the armature and go, that's the armature, then the object. Let's wait. I am rereading Harry Potter books, just finished book 4. What I can say as an adult rereading, she's great at world building and at food. Her food descriptions bring hunger. Bad romance, she's horrible at romance. No romance is better than bad written romance. She should have kept it out. Yeah. Yeah, the reason those books have good world building, from what I've heard in another I watched a YouTube video on world building, and it brought those books in as an example of world building. It said, well, most of the world, like 90% of the world, is just our world, but it's kind of a hidden level of our world which makes it interesting to people, because it's like, oh, I know what all these things are. I don't need the book to explain to me about trains or sort of staircases or anything like this. Like, these are real world things. and all it's doing is kind of adding a layer of mystery and sort of. But it could have been written badly. It's described well. Okay, yeah, the writing, the writing descriptions. Yeah, so as far as like, yeah, understanding the world. But for like world building as far as the creation goes, it's sort of, it draws you in because it is mostly our world with a hidden layer. Which is it's the easiest way to go, really. Sort of build on what the reader knows. But then also the writer needs to write about what they know and what they know well. Like if you don't do your research as a writer, I know it can go badly wrong. Like you just start writing your own personal experiences, and that can be good, but then even that you need to kind of look at other information, other experiences to expand. I know it's controversial to praise her, but skill and political opinions are separate to me. Praise her, praise her. Oh yes. But yeah, it's hard to write about something you don't know, and clearly she fancied herself as writing romance subplots and didn't quite work out. There's a lot of plot holes in it as well. It's still fun though. It's still a fun world, and it's a fun world that a lot of people still subscribe to. Yeah, she's definitely a better writer than an activist. Yeah. Yeah, the only problem is sort of she kind of tried to. I know she tried to add in and retcon a few things after the books were released and the films were out, and go, well, any self-respecting author would move on to another project, but she's kind of sitting on that and go, this is my moneymaker. But she did write some good books, and those books did help a lot of people. Okay, what am I missing here? There are plot holes. Also, Quidditch is the worst written sport. It's silly, yeah. Again, sort of making up an idea of a sport. You probably need to look at sports. Why have a point system when the golden snitch is an auto win? Yeah, I suppose plot. You need to, rather than trying to describe the entire sport in the narrative, you go, well, they can have this big fight, but sort of Harry saves the day, catches a snitch. Either get out the point system with the goals or make the snitch a non-game ender. Yeah. I suppose it is just for plot, really, isn't it? Like if it was, like, I know of well-written sports stories where sort of, yeah, the team maybe have sort of so many points down. They need to win, and sort of it looks bad, but then their best player comes through and sort of scores the winning point with so many seconds left, kind of thing. That's your typical go-to sort of sports-based triumph. It is. I read about it. It's a perfect sport that makes Harry a hero, and it won't be team. Yeah, like it's not really a well-written sport. It's not really a good sport, as you say. And it is about the narrative and the plot as opposed to writing about a sport. Now, I suppose you could take out the snitch thing and sort of make it. So yeah, so things happen, this happens, but they try everything to beat them with underhand cheats and tactics, but they try sort of hard to beat them despite being the other side cheating, and they push it extra harder just to show that they could have beaten them easier without the cheating, but they pushed even harder and then beat them anyway. But Quidditch I can still look past, but how she writes romance is so bad. When she writes Cho Chang and Ginny In, it's just painful to read those parts. Yeah, I've heard that. I've not read the books, I've only watched some of the films. And I know the films were a bit kind of made tweaks to make it more palatable. But yeah, I suppose if those characters were put in purely to be love interests. Film 4, Goblet of Fire. I think so. I've seen at least up to 3. I might have seen film 4. Nix and I were going for the film series. Big competition between schools. Rise of the Dragon. Maybe not. That might be next on the list. It's been a while since we watched 1, 2 and 3. No, I have not. I know of the story, but I don't think I've actually watched the film. At least it's been a long time since I have. So I'll probably have to ask Nix to watch it this weekend. So we did start watching them. So I got a hold of the extended editions. So we can actually watch through them all. So 4 is like between 3 schools, and in the book, the champion of one of the other schools is an insecure shy dude that in the book is described as skinny and fragile. Oh. Which is funny to me, since in the movie they picked this enormous muscly Russian chat. Yeah. Very different character in everything when you read or watch. Yeah. I suppose. Yeah, if the film director looked at it, well, I think it's going to look better on screen. Rowling wasn't happy with that, I think, but I never really. Yeah. I do know that she had complaints about Hermione. Since Hermione is meant to be ugly girl in the books, that becomes beautiful in book 4 out of nowhere, and there needs to be this big thing, wow, is that her moment? In the films the moment was just, oh, Emma Watson's different dress. Yeah. Which, since she was pretty since second one, yeah. That's kind of a done trope as well, isn't it? your typical kind of coming of age for a lot of female characters is that, oh, you're so unnoticeable and sort of nothing of consequence, and now look at you. So that's kind of a done. I know a lot of the subplots in Harry Potter stories are sort of established tropes. Okay. That doesn't appear to be doing anything other than moving the eyeball. Cool, let's try this one. Cool, that was good there as well. What is difficult for me is that Harry Potter books, and this is not the fault of either Rowling or the movies, are heavily charged in names, changed in names. So instead of just translating what they renamed everyone and everything, so having watched the movies and played Hogwarts Legacy, etc., I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about again? Who's that? I need a Wikipedia since they have local Dutch translation names list. I don't know why the Dutch publisher decided. Yeah. I think it's the same with like the American publisher decided Philosopher's Stone was too complex for the American audience. So they changed it to Sorcerer's Stone. Make a good example. Real name of Voldemort is Tom Riddle. Dutch book named him Martin Valinge. It's not even close. Yeah. Yeah. Well, isn't it the whole parents want the TV? Okay. Parents leave out. See you shortly. I thought the whole Tom Riddle thing was supposed to be a plot point as well, his name. I might be wrong. Okay, so I need to move where the bone is. That looks better. I suppose the only thing I shouldn't do is rotate this way. I'll probably do locking that. Okay, happy with those eyes. Now, I suppose, I can look at attaching the bone to the there's the centre here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was up to, I'll call it 6. 1, 2, 3. That will be the centre. It's probably about there. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, and a little bit either side. Again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, a bit either side. Okay. Pose mode. But then oh, interesting. Okay. Do a little bit of weight painting. Make sure the whole thing is as red as it goes. I think there's definitely an easier way. I think do by selecting the whole object and setting the weight for the whole thing. Show the eyes. So that's basically what I wanted to do, just rotate. Turning I can do within the game, it's not an issue. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So posing seems good, just need to give it a bit more texture now I think. So let's save that. Go into texture. Okay, let's go back to my Blender. Texture painting. Let's have a quick watch of a tutorial for texture painting. Pretty sure I actually did. Okay, got a couple of eyes in it. So it could be fun to make it chameleon-like. Okay, so it's got eyes as texture. We'll save that. What we do with better rock texture? What we do with animations now? That's armature. Oh dear, dear. Now, need to make some animations. Might have to have a quick look on animations. We'll get there eventually. In the animation tab. That'd be useful. That's what I wanted to do. Create pose asset. Create a new action that contains the pose of selected bones and mark as an asset. The asset will be stored in the current blend file. Okay. It's quite useful to give a series of positions that the poses would be in. How do we... Okay, rotation in. First thing I probably need to do here. With the actual bendy bones. Number of subdivisions of the bone. For B bones only. relative rigidity. Oh, that's a rigify. Motion paths. Number of frames between paths shown, not on keyframes. End frame of range of paths to display. So calculate, not for around current frame. Quick Google up again. Click on rotation. Okay, that's not the issue there. I've got the origin right. It's not an origin issue. Let's do the linear animation. even doing that doesn't actually fix the issue. Okay. Let's do a little search. I'm back. Gave him my bedroom TV. Okay. So the TV completely died then. Yes, 14 years old. Oh wow. Yeah, that's done well then. Full flat screen. Yeah, yeah. That's been more modern TVs don't last quite as long as the older ones. So, just trying to animate now. So I'm happy with the model. Just trying to put a couple of animations in. So coordination, axis angle. Maybe that's what I want. Let's do that. Okay. Rotation. Bedroom TV is one of the first generation flat screens, almost 20 years old. HD, not 4K yet, still works fine. So that's why they can borrow mine. Yeah. That's fair. It's way smaller than theirs, so it's getting used to. Yeah, that bit. Roak, dog walk time. Okie dokie. See you shortly. Dog walk time. Climax hour. We're back together. Yeah. I think it'd be time for climax hour. $77. Let's try a different way. And at 40. $30 is going to be 90. That's 179. 179. Not a smooth rotation. Make that minus 175. Make that 175. minus 170. 170. So it's moving 10 degrees within that time. Almost seems to pause for a second. I'm guessing there's got to be something in here that that has an acceleration, so in interpolation to linear. So right click the timeline. Linear. Still seems Going to let's do it by keyframe. Nice. Okay, just need to work out how to shorten the timeline now. So a quick look at timeline stuff. Ah, that's what that is. Okay. Sourcing, where was that before? Aha. Only need to be 40, so go back to there. Cool, it now rolls. So we have an animation. Roll forward. Awesome. Now I'm going to do something with the eyes. I could probably do like a left and right look maybe. Make a new animation. Down that channel there. Now, how do we do multiple animations? So I could just drop this into Unity and see it rolling around. So one kind of like a idle animation, rolling forward animation. So idle would probably just be kind of sat there. Maybe even like rocking back and forward and kind of looking side to side. Just need to work out how to do multiple animations now. Create multiple animations. That's what we want to do. Created one animation. Rolling forward effectively it's walking animation. animation tab. Dope sheet, action editor. Ah, okay. Create a new action. Ah, cool. Righto. Have no fear, Eyes here. Welcome back. Hope you had a good dog walk. Let's pause the jazz cats. We'll play some Climax Era. Okay. It's about half my microphone volume. A little bit higher. Okay. Hopefully that's coming through now. Yeah, it comes through. Awesome. But I know how it goes, yeah. Nice, okay. Call that idle. So idle animation. So we want it to I want to know the trick in getting robot sounds out of voices. More info, background music so it blends out. More into the background music so it blends out. Okay. Also getting to know the plugin bit, of course, yeah. Once you know your tools. I've stolen thousands of plugins in the last couple of years. If the FBI ever finds out, I'm toast. Then again, not American. Yeah, they can't do anything. Ah, CCX. We don't hunt them actively. Yeah. So minus 0.3. Minus 0.3. Okay, maybe not so much. So 0.3. I suppose you could go cross-eyed, that could be fun. It happened once. They made an example out of a 15-year-old or something, hundreds of thousands of times. There's a lot of backlash. That looks like the one friend of Lisa told you about, yeah. Want to see it? Sure. Nice person. Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's one of the sweetest people that I've ever met. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, it's barely noticeable until you really look. Yeah, seems a nice person from the photo. From the distance of the photo. It's the first thing I saw when I saw her. That's fair, yeah. I tend to don't pay attention to eyes. I look at eyebrows when I talk to her, yeah. Otherwise you're probably confused of which way sort of you feel she's looking. I always call her a chameleon, but I said never to the face. No, I don't think she'll probably appreciate that. have no idea what I'm thinking at the moment about comics. How it looks. I like them. I just need a slight rock on the listened to it before, or was this first time? Yeah, I have listened to it before in the car. I've only listened to it once, so this is my second listening. About 5 degrees. Screamy sounds were easier than cleans, actually. Also whispers. Yeah. I found like some primitive vocalizers that make whispering sounds. If you have the macros, then you mind. That's fair. These cracks are one bill, don't you? Yeah. For the license, if I had a license, I could send you Windows. Okay, yeah. It's $1,100 US or something. Whoa, that is insane. One of the most expensive plugins I saw, yeah. That's like a laptop. Yeah, you can buy a laptop quite easily for that price. The Russians on my back or anything I want to own but I haven't been for. That's fair. Even though the dollar is weak, $1,100 is still 990 euros, yeah? New VM will only have one plugin in it for drums, and to keep it as raw as possible. I don't even own a drum kit. Yeah, that's fair as well. keyframes, drop them in there. Proper chameleon going on. What have I done here? Yeah, I'm going to be honest, when I wanted fake vocals, I first tried AA programs. They didn't allow swearing, and I imagine this without the fucks, yeah. Also wanted pop punk for the song. Oh. Became a favourite. Yeah, I quite like this one. Well, it's a cyber grind mixed with pop punk, and I think it's a good mix, yeah. So the right eye isn't... do that channel. Do the channel. So is it only the X I need? Maybe I can do one Christian album or something without swearing. That could be a challenge. Yo, hey bot, how's it going? Good to see you, hope you're having a good day. How's your Wednesday going? It's pretty productive. How's yours? Yeah, it's pretty productive today as well. Actually got to finish the armature, do a little bit of texture painting and now some animation. And work today's been fairly successful. With songs like I Respect Your Feelings as a Woman and a Human. That'd be quite funny. What animations have you made so far? This is only my second one for it. If I go to my action editor, switch back to roll. So I've just got it rolling forward at the moment. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, they did one album named Picnic of Love with songs. Okay, yeah. Poor Eyes, yeah. Oh yeah. It's hardly offensive, if not most offensive, ever got a famous band name. Oh yeah, I know any cunt. It was like heavily targeted at Christian media and those mom groups. Right. Let's change this back to what I was working on. They have this one long sleeve I kind of want, but I also don't want it as only the Seth Putnam fully nude getting a blowjob while injecting heroin. Oh wow. Could you maybe make the eyes retract inwards when they were... Oh yeah, I could do actually. Yeah, kind of just sit into his head a little bit. Yeah, I'll go back and change that after I finish this one. Because something's gone wrong here. Because the eyes aren't moving at the same time. Wait, that one's fine there. If I end up buying, I'll send it in your server in the show without spoiler tag. Yeah, you can go for that if you like. So that's fine there. Chance to buy that is a 0, yeah. So that is -3, 3, -3. So that should be 0 there. That's where that one's gone wrong. So if that one is -3 there, that should be +3 here. Yes, that's +3. Is that -3? No. And then 40. That needs to be 0. And that is 0 as well. Oh, what am I missing? That one didn't save. Oh, I didn't save either of those. Okay. He was big friends with the Pantera vocalist blower. Oh right. He looks traumatized. Yeah. I quite like that animation. Inside the armature. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that animation. Let's change that back to 40. Yeah, that works quite nicely. Just want to do one more animation where he's just kind of rocking back and forward a little bit. That's quite an easy one. Then maybe I'll look at retracting his eyes for the let's bring the armature back in. So I want to roll backwards. And rather than maybe at 5, let's move that keyframes to there. So rolls to 5, back to center, but then at 15 frames he rolls forward. Oh, by the way, you know X6, you know, do you like it as well? Oh yeah, I've only heard some of their songs. So I haven't really listened to them, but I know of them. I just know it's the most offensive kind of sounding metal band. Actually, let's make that a 10 degrees. Too much, 5 or 2. So that needs to be -5 there. That needs to be 0 again there. Wait, do you have a Discord server? I do! It might be underneath the video. Let's have a quick look. Did I put it in the video? Can I remember? Oh yeah, my Discord link should be there still. Hey Lisa, there's those awesome emotes. If I send my favourite 80 songs we both might get banned on Twitch. Yeah. Oh, cool. Join now. Cool. Okay, bot. Twitch facets, yeah. Boo, Twitch, boo. Boo. Twitch no flags, yeah. That's why you need to be on other platforms that don't care, I suppose, like, oh, what was that? What was that gambling one? Kick. Although Kick had to tidy things up, didn't they? Yeah. I'm sure you can probably get away with playing stuff like that on Kick. Yeah. I don't know. Let's delete all that and I don't think it's allowed on joystick either. You can show your genitals but it can't be offensive. Oh. I kind of wanted to almost hang there for a moment. But my internet disconnected right after sending that last comment. Oh no! Oh, sorry to hear that, bot. Yeah, rather than just a straight rock, let's copy, paste. I want this kind of to rock a little bit. So let's do the same here. Copy and paste. Kind of looks like he's nodding there. We're looking at time. Probably wrap this up shortly. Just want to I'm quite happy about this. Second to last song. Yeah. Yeah, possibly after this last song finishes, We got the whole, most of this song plus the next song. Let's give you a roll in here. There we go. Phoenix, I like it. Whatever you want, this is your stream, energy levels, yeah. I'm not going to just sort of log off suddenly. But yeah, I won't be on for very much longer at all. Let's go back to where it was. So delete those frames. Drag that back to there. I'm definitely liking this album, Climax Era, because I like any electronic music that's very choppy. So like this, like glitched, distorted, kind of choppy electronic sounds. Because the Prodigy use that a lot in their stuff. It's one of my favourite parts of their music production. I wonder if it should lean back a little bit more, but only lean forward slightly. So when we go to there, go to 15 degrees. But rather than doing -10, let's go to -5. Hello, Tiny Trio World, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. By the way, can I share my game progress and show it? Oh yeah, go ahead. Please do, Bob. Yeah, I kind of set this up sort of generally for myself and anyone else that likes to share game progress. There's a what is it? Yeah, game dev stuff for anything game dev related. Code Crash. There's a room for kind of like thinking stuff over. So if you've got an idea that's not quite working, you can throw it in there. Or you can put any game development stuff that you progress with. You can throw it in Code Crash as well. I haven't got any hard fast rules. But yeah, Jim Rat's sharing stuff in Code Crash because kind of like they're learning as well. So yeah, go ahead. Cool. I'll join when the internet settles, of course. Yeah, have a feel free to have a look around and so. It's pretty awesome that yeah, people are wanting to share their progress, because that's basically why I'm streaming. Like, I could do this in my own time, but I like to learn and chat to people. Now, I almost kind of want to hold that for a couple frames and then I don't know. Maybe if I bring that sooner. That's too sharp, that. Yeah, definitely too sharp. Maybe there. I almost want it to be a little bit longer. It looks like his tag. I was just thinking that. Almost like an attack. Easy animation, but yeah. It's basically it's supposed to be just kind of gently rocking back and forwards a little bit. But I also don't want to use any more than 40 frames to do it. Must admit, if I ever find a physical copy of the album where Smell Your Dick is on, I'm going to buy it. I don't blame you. That seems to be an iconic piece of music. Rotation 4-4, yeah. Yeah, kind of wanted it to almost sort of like a full lean back and a full lean forward, but yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, so that's just 5 at the moment. He still kind of looks like he's nodding. I think he might just need to space it out evenly, maybe that helps. Yeah, something not. Maybe it shouldn't lean forward, because at the moment it's leaning forwards. Make it a bit slower, yeah. Where's the speed on here? Because I could do this animation in Unity, but I'd rather have it on the asset. So I can just copy paste it as I need it. Yeah, maybe I don't have him roll forward. Just to roll back. This is why I like animating in asset. I mean in engine. Yeah. Yeah, like, I can animate in Unity quite well. But I thought I want to try and put it into the Blender asset. But see how it turns out. If I can't achieve it, I'll just do it in Unity. I'm thinking let's remove those 2 keyframes. Bring that right across the center and then make that 15. So it's quite an extreme lean back. Yeah, I feel that probably works better. It's kind of like rolling back a little bit. Practice makes perfect, yeah. Like if I didn't try these things, I could never do them. So I've got to try them. Still kind of looks like he's nodding, but there's no way around it. It's a fairly spherical creature. Yeah, 100% better. Like it's supposed to be just like a general idle animation, where it's just kind of being content. Now I suppose to kind of, as it's rolling, at the moment it's kind of spinning on the spot. I could probably do with moving it forward and backwards a little bit as well. So as it tilts backwards at this 20 frame part, it needs to almost move back a little bit, just so it kind of looks like it's rocking rather than kind of rotating on the spot. So we can probably get it from that. Maybe make it lean less backwards than it leans forwards, because that makes it look like it's nodding. Yeah, well, at the moment it's just stationary, backwards, and then stationary again. So it's kind of like upright, backwards, upright. So there isn't really any lean forward anymore, as much as it's kind of just kind of back and then back to the starting position again. Maybe it needs to slow, it needs to be a bit more. If I move that forward a couple of frames so it rolls backwards, and then let's try it so it just ends up rotation origin is a bit off. Possibly it's hard to actually try to get it fairly central, but then it's not a sphere, it's a weird shape anyway. I'll put that there. If it rocked from the world origin, it would look better. True. I suppose, yeah, because I've kind of placed everything on this line. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I might go back and change it later. Now, is it going to work better if it I make that about there, so it's a slower rock back? That's more like the attack again, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably needs to be sharper on the roll backwards, but then longer on the roll back to position maybe. Yeah, it's too sharp. Because typically, sort of, if anyone's rocking themselves, they're not rocking perfectly. So we've kind of rolled, we kind of draw a line here, from there to there. So that is the original centre, so we almost do need to have a location. So it's the Y. No, it's not the Y. Ah, it's the X. Is it X? This is Z. This is Z. And we'll go to the end and set that as a 0. Oops, as a 0 as well. Let's see how that works. Again, it's a rock. It's not perfectly spherical. Let's just hide the armature. Instantly better, yeah. Just those things that you think, okay, how would it realistically look? Yeah, because that does look like it's just rocking rather than nodding. Because the looks good just like this, yeah. Well, look at it. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, because of the roll back is slightly sharper, it looks less of a nod. Like a noddy dog that you have those kind of like nodding things. They have a very even kind of swing to their nod. Whereas this is kind of almost throwing itself backwards to start a roll and then rolling forward and throwing itself backwards. Like you would on a rocking chair. But yeah, that looks alright, I like it. Cool, I'll continue with this next Wednesday then. I'm happy with that. Cool, let's make that sure that's saved. And yeah, well, for the movement animation where it's rolling forward, I'll probably get to tuck his eyes in. I did want to I did think about giving him eyelids, but it's a rock. So very much like a chameleon, like the eyes don't really have a protection layer, they're just they're just there. But it's not to say he couldn't tuck his eyes in a little bit as it rolls forward. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Probably next week I'll do a finishing touches and then bring it into Engine to see how it works. Then I got my first enemy. Still need to finish my main player character, but I got so much clothing I'm trying to do for that. I thought, you know what, it's tedious now, let's just make something else and we'll come back to clothing the character. But I'm going to get some rest now. Because, yeah, I need to get ready for bed, lay down and rest. So thank you all for joining us today. It's been an awesome stream. Can't wait to see the RPG. Me neither. Now I'll have some like playtest demos out. So once I've got some basic mechanics in it, just to see how the mechanics feel. And this will be the first thing you come across is this rock creature. But yeah, so yeah, you'll be meeting this guy very soon after the production starts in Engine. I've not done anything in Engine yet, but I want to get a couple of assets to work with. And I'll do maybe like a combat mechanic first. Oh, well, obviously movement mechanic, combat mechanic. Once I've got a playtest demo for those, I'll throw that out. But I'm hoping to get a demo of my current project out on Friday, just to sort of get some feedback on that, get that finalised, and get a version 0.8 or something. Not quite finished, but get people's feedback before I kind of finish with it. Cool. Have a good night. You too, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Bot. Thank you, Tiny Trio World. And anyone else who's stopped by, you're all awesome. Well then, good night. Good night. Thank you for being here. And yeah, feel free to drop anything in the Discord. I'll have a look when I get a chance. Till then, hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Have a good night. Enjoy your week, and I shall see you on Friday for some Unity stuff. I shall see you there. Good night.